Yeah,
Hello.
we're recording.
Yep. I know that was a genuine question, but like,
I am recording now.
yeah, funny thing, I am too.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Reading Homestuck Hiveswap Friendsim. We got Arthur, Mason, and June here today.
Hello.
Hi.
I had a relatively clear run at an intro. That's rare.
Yeah, totally.
Totally.
That's rare. Hey! I said a clear run, not no failures. It has been a while since I haven't been interrupted
Well, sometimes you have to walk before you can
for
run.
purposeful comedy reasons. Yeah, you gotta leave a little gap between the interruptions so that I don't get used to them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Then you get funny, silly reaction every time. Well, in we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay, so she's holding the axe, right?
Yeah, that's Amicia.
Yeah, that's just Amicia.
Yeah, no, I know it's just Amicia. I couldn't tell when I was looking back at the other episode, the previous episode, I couldn't tell if she was holding it or not.
Fair enough. Who wants to do narration this time? I don't remember who did narration last time because that was for
It
us
was
2 weeks
me,
ago.
and then
Okay,
Connell showed up, so we
Okay.
pivoted to Arthur, and then we went back to me.
Okay, so Arthur's doing Amicia's voice, so we might not want to pick Arthur for narration here.
Am I?
Do you want to
Is
do
Amicia?
narration, Alex?
Yeah, I can do narration. Yeah, the Amicia voice I've written here just Oliver Twist.
What have you done? Please, sir.
That's good, because I actually did forget who did Amicia's voice.
Well, it's a good thing I have this voices
Hey,
document.
that's why we've got this file. It's very
There's a
convenient.
reason I made it.
And that's good to know.
Evening,
Yeah.
Gov.
Evening, Governor. Anyway. Part of you has always been taken with the idea of purchasing a one-way train ticket to anywhere and
this is
boarding it without looking back.
Yes, this is the same intro.
Yep,
They
because
do
we're in the
that.
same volume.
Yeah.
Or, in your current case, stowing away without looking back. Details. The idea had always seemed so idyllic. No strings, no obligations, just you and your journey, the wind in your hair, and the taste of freedom on your lips.
The hair that we apparently have.
Bald! Anyway.
No, it's like a Pym situation. There's actually like an exposed nerve coming out of his head.
Fucking exposed nerve ending. Jesus, that's fucked. I mean, honestly, with the state of injury that the MSPA reader is in often, it's very believable, honestly.
Look, MSPA reader gives me like just looking at him just kind of reminds me of a like white Pym.
You give me you have exposed nerve endings vibes.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, the wasp went out the window. Okay, I'm just going to go close it. You continue.
Oh yeah, there was a wasp. Woo! Yeah, baby! Your little daydream didn't exactly involve careening across a perilous extraterrestrial landscape, but then you've always liked to think of yourself as the kind of person who's open to new experiences.
Absolute miracle.
Not to mention new friends! In practice, though, this
You and
tastes less
friend
like
surgery
freedom.
tomorrow.
I have friend surgery tomorrow.
What?
What would that be?
I have no idea, but it
We are
sounds like the type of
surgically
thing the MSPA
conjoining
reader
us.
would get.
Okay, well that's You know what? Never mind. Some questions are better left unanswered.
Let's move it. Let's move on. In practice, though, this tastes less like freedom and more like noxious muck, which is what you're currently surrounded by. Ugh. It's not unlike the slime that was in Skylar's Raccoon, except that slime was weirdly soothing, and this is prickly and burny and uncomfortable.
Like Sanders.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah,
It looks
baby.
like squished. It looks like squished cactus.
Well, that would explain the prickly.
Very gelatinous in nature.
Gelatinous cactus.
Gelatinous.
My favourite
cactus. Say that five. Say that 5 times fast.
Ugh, I think even I'd struggle with that one.
You'd thought you were being smart by sneaking on board, jumping into some sort of cargo carriage. Oh, how wrong you'd been. The trade-off for not getting caught, then maimed and or killed for your blood colour is apparently this. You almost would have preferred the maiming. God knows you're used to taking a beating by now.
Here we go again.
Oh.
I see that gradient. I think I can guess what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but if you look just above the gradient, just about, just a bit above Amicia's horns. there, you see it?
eyes.
Yeah.
I see
Yeah, I got a comment last time.
Yeah.
Look behind her.
Is it her stand?
I somehow fucking doubt it.
She's got a fucking JoJo's.
Hold on, let me think of what would be a good one for Amicia.
I mean, she is kind of pulling the Yoshikage Kira.
Yeah, she is. She honestly is. That's correct. What would,
By the way, also, hell yeah, Steel Ball Run is real.
real? Oh, it is real. Okay, I didn't know if that was
It
real.
is real.
Oh my
It is
god,
real.
that's fantastic.
JoJo Day was yesterday.
Of course, JoJo
that
Day was
dates
yesterday.
this video.
My god.
Date this video. Recording.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
we know when the videos are. Ever since Arthur started streaming again, everyone's known that these are recorded on Sundays.
Yeah, true.
And everyone knows the upload date because they can just look at it.
What's like a song about painting or a band about painting that would fit in me?
I don't know. Well, we're gonna just... Oh. Yeah, we got... just music immediately. Nice. Your gown flutters around you as you hop off the train. You feel like a very grimy Disney princess with no shoes. Just a deranged Cinderella who left both glass slippers on the castle steps. Before you can decide in which direction to continue your merry jaunt, it's decided for you. As in, a small bluish missile slams into your midsection and sends you tumbling down the hill behind the train tracks, rolling over, and god damn do you hope you don't kill anyone with your ass, especially not yourself.
Trust nobody, not even yourself.
This means that the MSPA reader does in fact kill someone with their ass.
Or they're just paranoid about the idea in general. Which, honestly, the MSPA reader being paranoid about something, I could have told you with my eyes shut and never having seen any other episodes. Or been in any other. This makes sense, easily.
Yeah.
I don't think this necessarily places it anywhere on the timeline. I think the MSPA reader just knows the power of their own ass by just in general. You land with a hard thwack on your back. Arthur, if you would.
Oliver Twist. Oh, it's happening a bit like this.
I think so. That's all I wrote. It'll work.
What, Gav? Oh, please, sir. Why? It's you.
The concussion you've just sustained must be giving you some serious friend hallucinations.
I've got it. Stand master, Amicia Airden. Stand name, paint it black.
Oh, but what's the funny translated name of it?
Paint it dark.
Probably
Yeah, there we go.
painted black.
Yes, probably painted black. Very like made in heaven,
black.
maiden heaven kind of situation. Not a filthy acts at a reasonable price situation.
Yeah, we're not quite.
We're not in the eyes of heaven localization range. We're in the anime localization range.
Yeah. Anyway,
Won't do nothing for a reasonable price. Right. Oh, sorry I hugged you so hard I pushed you down a hill. I forgot how weak and flimsy you are.
you take Amicia's offered hand, albeit nervously. You kind of skipped out on her bet there, waiting until she was in her ablution trap and then escaping from her murder studio. So Amicia's good ending is canon somewhere.
Yeah, so it is the good ending, and I like how it's kind of, for some of these characters, it is kind of like a how do we follow on from there question more than like could this actually happen question, like, because Amicia's was you can never escape, so I'm like, okay, how can things take place after that? But now we're actually getting an explanation. That makes things a lot harder to place timeline wise, because now that means that this can be more placeable, ironically.
Wow, does that mean the MSP Raider can be a bad friend?
As an unwise man once said, keep things oh shit!
Oh, hello!
Never mind what I was about to say.
Hello? You'd been naive back then. You didn't even know about Recupercoons or grub cakes or hate dating, and oh god, that is a giant murder clown, isn't it?
It's not a giant murder clown,
wow.
It is giant murder clown.
Wow.
That's the giant murder clown.
She's even bigger than the adult you saw at the bandit lair. God, why? Why, whenever you think you've met the biggest, meanest bastard this place has to offer, it offers up a bigger, meaner one?
We're really Ian Flinning it up with this writing.
Without thinking, you put yourself between Amicia and the Purple Blood. Pretty dumb, considering Amicia can pick you up with one hand, but you just roll down a hill and you're on a peak performance.
Oh, Kahoo! Yeah, that's how we pronounce it.
We're pronouncing it code?
Bad time.
I'll pick
Honestly,
I'll pick my own pronunciation, I think. Thank you.
No, I think
very much.
I think she did mention this person in her route. I was wondering when they'd show up.
This is the one I was telling you about.
Oh, I missed the about time, I think. So, I just scroll back for that.
Oh, alright.
Ratchet and
It's
Clank.
about time. I ain't saying that again. The one with the precious blood.
Oh. The Purple Blood's slow, lazy smile somehow makes her face paint even more terrifying. She moseys closer, towering over you.
oh my god.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pronounce it Chahat instead. What do we want to go with for her voice? And who wants to voice her?
Oh my god.
I can do it. I can just do like a deep ass voice.
You're already doing a voice. We'll have.
I assume the other person's gonna fuck off, but yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know.
Look, does anyone else want to voice?
Do I have any voices in the reserve that would fit? I mean, June, if you're not thinking of anything, I have.
I get the feeling June's.
My brain just immediately went, what if I did Marge Simpson?
Be my guest.
Oh, do you want to do Marge Simpson?
A true pleasure, small thing.
You know, oddly fits a little. Kind
Yeah.
of. Vaguely fits. Well, While we're here,
I'll paint with you, sweetie pie.
I'll paint with you, sweetie pie.
while we're here, Church's sign is Caprinius. Sign
I
of
fucking
Credulous.
called it.
Hey, look, another
Hope
Prospect
bound.
Hope bound.
It's another Prospect Hope round. It's another Hope round. That's 5 Hope rounds.
Called it.
Well, funny that
fine.
Called it.
we're pretty incredulous at this.
I fucking called it. Oh my god.
Yep, that's 5. That's 5 Hope. That's 5 Hope bound. Fuck's sake.
Any friend of Little Blue is a friend of mine. Especially one who'd look so pretty on the newest page of my scrapbook.
Your stomach is dissolving into acid fear. Amicia stamps her foot.
Don't make murder jokes. My friend is very delicate.
You nod furiously. You're so delicate. Just a whiff of murder gives you the vapors.
Peace and gospel, Little Blue. I was only playing. Messiahs know I'm owed a bit of fun. And it ain't a fair bit hypocritical lecturing me, considering you were getting up to the first time you and I got to jawing, ripping off heads and all.
Amicia goes blue. Chert winks. And you experience another spasm of fear. You clench your fists so she can't see your hands are shaking. To distract yourself, you ask her if she and Amicia are Moirels. You figure that's always the safest one to start with. Safer than... So do you guys hate fuck a lot? It's still... Chert starts grinning again and Amicia blushes even harder. Arthur?
No, silly. Of course not. I'm way too young for quadrant. How old is she? I'm way too young for quadrants. I'm only 3.
You know, a couple of motherfuckers started younger than you, Little Blue.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a statement to have made. That's a normal thing that normal people say.
Normal sentence to say, I fucking guessed here.
Normal thing to say, but hey, with the Marge Simpson voice, it sounds even more ridiculous.
Yep.
So, I think I did the right thing, guys.
Yeah, we won. Anyway, Arthur.
Still, there's no point. I mean, you're leaving in a couple pedigrees.
Amicia stares at the ground sadly for a few seconds before she gets herself back together.
But that's why tonight is going to be the best. I still don't think that voice is right. I'm trying to think of what I could do better. It'll come.
What, for Amicia? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Our final hunt. Well, bloody hell, Gav. I'm so glad you're here too.
She beams up at you. You try to smile back, maybe achieving half a grimace. When Chert leans over Amicia, it's with a certain menacing fondness.
Sounds like a party, my most vicious sister. Only it got us a smidge of a scheduling conflict.
Huh?
The massacre's tonight, Little Blue. Last massacre I'll see planetside. Gotta present my glutes and testify before the most mirthful messiahs for the last time.
You sure didn't get any of that. Every time you think your days of unbounded ignorance are behind you, you turn over a stone to find more little squirming bits of cultural miasma to suck in. Amicia rolls her eyes.
Oh wait, no. Nah, fuck it, I'll just stick with it. Oh, more church? That's seriously all you ever do?
Sister, we talked about this. To praise the mirthful ones is a privilege and a revelation. My pusher beats for them. It smashes its way through the dissolute cage of my thoracic struts.
Yeah, I know. You love damn clown church. You love it so much, you should just put it in a quadrant.
Jesus, Amicia, maybe don't shout at the scary giant clown lady? Chahut puts a giant hand on Amicia's head, ruffling her hair like she's an angry puppy.
Simmer it down, girl. Good news is, we got us a tiebreaker.
She means you, doesn't she? More decisions?
Usually we strive for it. But today, it's all up to you, stranger.
Well,
Oh,
I think
gee,
I can
I wonder.
tell which of these is the bad ending. Let's just get immediately murdered and get it out of the way. Religion stuff is kind of over your head. Besides, you really should stick with the friend who has a vested interest in keeping you alive rather than the menacingly non-committal clown lady. All of your recent experiences with Purple Bloods have been, well, bad.
You're so right. See, Chahut, my friend is no dummy.
Churt's eyes gleam, and for one eerie moment, you think she's just gonna reach down and crush Amicia's skull, or yank out her windpipe, or some other mega violence. But instead, she just shrugs her giant shoulders.
Well, that's what happens when you allow for the democratic process. Lead the way.
Crap. That's right. If you aren't going to church, you're going on a final hunt. And knowing Amicia, you aren't going to be duck hunting. Also, you don't think the splatters on Churt's pants are paint. Well, they are paint, but Amicia-style paint.
Yay! Come on, quick! I've got something to show you.
She takes off up the steep hill back toward the train tracks. Oh man, you are seriously not dressed for all this clambering. Shahut appears to notice this too, because a few steps later your feet leave the ground and you find yourself cradled to the considerable bosom of a large clown. Up close she smells like sugar and blood.
No struggling now, sweet thing. Better pray that I don't drop you. Oh, I forgot. You don't pray. Because church sucks.
You don't like this. Well, you like not having to walk, and it's pretty cool that she can lift you like you're a tiny baby, but also, you're probably going to die. I feel like I might have picked wrong, or this is just one really long back thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
I would assume you would die if you went to church. I'm gonna be real. That would be my guess. I'd be like, nah, church is gonna get you killed.
I was just figuring she'd just freak out and crush her fucking skull immediately.
Yeah.
Anyway. You are so busy freaking the fuck out that at first you don't realise that Shahut has carried you past the train tracks to a stand of trees.
A stand of trees.
Or s-
Is this the JoJo episode?
Oh.
Is that what this one is?
Hardly be the first time.
Ta-da!
Ta-da.
Ta-da! Really upper class Oliver Twist for a second.
Oh. Oh, God.
Got me in it.
I just read
Yeah.
the...
Ta-da!
Amicia gestures like she's a presenter on a game show, but instead of showing you a dope new car, she points to a boy hanging from a rope by his feet, swinging back and forth as he desperately tries to free himself.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Arthur?
Something immediately comes to mind.
Shahut, you were so right. Using traps is a total time saver.
Yeah, misclicked for a second there. Jim?
I'm all about those life hacks. And other kinds of hacks. I'm actually very deep. I'm actually very into the hacking of black. I'm kidding.
Well, that was quick. She lifts her axe, the troll hanging from the tree screams, and that scream becomes a gurgle, which becomes ringing silence as his head leaves his body, spewing brown blood. It will also stop right at your feet. Oh. Oh, God. This. You have had enough of this horse shit. Why can't anybody on this goddamn planet find an ounce of chill? Amicia and Shahut watch you expectantly. What, do they want you to kick their head like this is the sports?
The sports.
Give it a smooch? You know what? Fuck this. You turn and stalk off into the woods. This time, you're orchestrating your own failure. Oh, it was the bad ending.
I think we made a severe and
Hey,
continuous
I was
lapse in our
right.
judgment.
We're gonna get murdered when we go to church.
We're probably going to fall into one of those traps.
Well, that's the thing. There's gonna be a bad ending at the church. So we are probably going to get murdered there, but we are also going to make a friend there, just on different timelines. And speaking of which... Take me to Clown Church. You don't know much about religion, but you have recently become pretty good at reading people. You have the slightest little suspicion that insulting this woman's religion might be unhealthy. Besides, it'd be rude. This time, when Shahut turns her painted face to you and gives you another of those lazy smiles, you are filled with a sudden flush of excitement. God, what if you could become friends with her? You've never had a friend this cool or this scary. Amicia rolls her eyes.
Oh, fine. Fun, I guess. Doing totally boring stuff.
And away she goes. You wonder if it's really okay for you to come with Jahut. Isn't she worried about showing up with an alien?
In the past, I might have got to worry over it. But now... fuck it. What are they about to do? Kill me? Might thank him for that. Doing a sister a solid and saving me from having to set foot in the filthy reaches of space. Where I hear they don't follow the good word as close as they should. None of the motherfuckers here the globes to step to me. So you should be safe. With me on your side, not even one of those slippery fishes would do shit.
Slippery fishes. Does she mean sea dwellers? You've never actually seen one, which makes sense since they dwell in the sea. But most people seem to be scared of them. You wonder how much higher in caste they are from the clowns. You wonder what they look like. There's still so many things you don't know. You've never been in a church before, but you've seen them in movies and goth music videos, so you know what to expect. Clown church is not that. There's no pews or statues or sad dude hanging from two perpendicular sticks, but there's an altar and a lot of purple candles and rows of flimsy metal fold-out chairs.
Are they chained to the chairs?
It looks
Again,
like
left looks like it's got a leg cuff.
The one on the left looks like it, but I assume if this text block disappears, we might see, I think, considering the one on the right is wearing purple, I'm just gonna shot in the dark assume they're the one who did the chaining. The same sugary smell that hangs around Chahut fills the place. Someone took stained glass a little too seriously when they decorated, because every inch of window is covered in multicolored... God, why even front anymore? Every inch is covered in blood. Spatters of it paint the floor and stone walls. It reminds you of that break room after Connell got done murdering all those kids. Except this seems deliberate.
What a view. Makes me think of the Falls and Mystic Ruins.
Like they decided they wanted a little bit of yellow in the corner, so they walked some poor Goldblood over there and gutted them.
Welcome to your salvation, little one.
I'm so sorry, little one.
I'm so sorry, little one.
You almost run out. But no, you can't. You need to make friends with Chahut. You hang on to that as you follow her to the front of the congregation. As you pass, various other clowns send out honks of greetings, accompanied by the occasional whoop whoop. Chahut responds to a couple with a casual... June? Just,
Hey, motherfuckers.
but most she ignores. Maybe she's too cool for them? You try not to make eye contact with anyone as you go by, or if you happen to look at anyone, you try to throw out the most intense I'm with her vibes that you can. A couple of trolls look as out of place as you do. Okay, not as out of place since they are actually from this planet, but there's some non-purple guys here who look distinctly uncomfortable. A few of them appear to be chained to their chairs. Cool.
1, glad that I'm right. 2, purple guy!
Purple guy! A purple blood is standing on a platform at the front of the congregation and preaching? Rapping? Whatever it is, it sucks. There's a lot of uninventive swearing and weirdly syncopated honks. Everyone here is extremely into it. There's a lot of answering whoops and fuck yes. All Chad has to do is stand there and smirk at him, and he trails off into a nasally honk before scrambling off the church stage. You really wish you knew how to command that kind of respect. Then everyone would want to be your friend.
Thanks, brothers and sisters. Today is a singular sort of day. For today I looked up toward the mountain and saw the fire in the sky. That fire is our messiahs, and our messiahs are the fire feeding the hungry forge in the belly of hell. That sweet salvation of split bone and silver-colored eyes. Was it the heat of eternal damnation, or the sweet flame of revelation? All is red ruin. Woe is us, darlings. Woe.
It goes on like that for a while. You zone out a little bit. Someone throws a handful of powder into the candle flames, and more of that sugary, sharp scent puffs out as colourful smoke billows up. The purple bloods all start taking deep whiffs of the stuff. Looks like that. Kind of looks like they're powdering pixie sticks.
Newest member of our congregation.
Pixie sticks. Maybe that's why it smells like sugar in here.
Invite them to stand and give glorious thanks.
The whole congregation has gone silent. You realise that Chahut is looking at you, and the other clown priest is looking at you. Actually, every single goddamn troll in here is looking at you, except for one small dude who appears to be trying to chew off his own hand to free himself from his shackle.
Your turn to testify. Don't fuck this up, little one.
Well, it's kind of a shame that one of the options is wimp out, because that's giving me the feeling of bad ending, but I want to see us preach and fuck it up.
Okay, right. Tell you what, we'll do it democratic style. All in favour of wimp out, say aye.
Aye.
All in favour of preach, say aye. Aye.
Okay.
Okay, I love how... Okay, Arthur has decided to spoil his ballot. I guess we're going for wimp out.
If there's 4 people, then it can draw, so...
Yeah.
Well, if it draws, then we just decide... We can just discuss the damn thing. I don't know.
Discuss it then, I don't mind.
Well, it's more... My angle is more that, like, I get the feeling that wimp out is the bad ending, but I... Like, if it's... If it is, that makes me a bit unhappy, because I want preach to be the bad ending.
Okay.
It's not so much a question of...
Hilarious.
I would like to go for wimp out, because I feel
go
like
wimp
that's the
out.
bad ending.
Wimp out.
Alright, let's go wimp out. You stand there in the cacophony of honks and whoops, trying to dredge up a little spirit inside you, but you just can't. All that noise sounds so much like jeering, and you'd think you'd have gotten used to negative reinforcement, but apparently it's still enough to trip you up. You open your mouth, and all that comes out is a croak, like you're a frog of failure. Churt's big hand lands on your shoulder. She looks wistful through the clown paint.
That's okay, hon. Sit down before you strain something.
Why is the Marge voice actually kind of
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of working. I will also say a couple of times when the voice goes low, it slips out of Marge and into Torbeck, which I like.
Oh, it's me, Torback.
I mean, it is very much the same kind of cadence. It's just lower. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, in case in a fugue of shame, you do. God, where couldn't you have kept it together for once in your pathetic life? The clown next to you gives you a consoling pat on the knee and offers you a half-empty bottle of Faygo. You're so despondent that you barely cast a thought to Juggalo germs or the fact that Faygo is disgusting. It hits your taste buds like a bitch slap. Around you, the congregation is getting rowdier. The troll beside you shrugs his shoulders like, what can you do? He has a hat and a charming smile. At least you think he does. You're starting to feel a little weird. Faygo isn't alcoholic, is it? I'd go easy on that stuff if I were you, the troll says. His hand hasn't left your leg. In fact, it's moved from your knee to your thigh. The first time's always rough. Pfft, whatever, you're fine.
Are we getting roofied? That's abysmal.
All about controlled substances. You're really good at drugs, okay? You're a serious druggist.
Oh no!
For real though. What is in this stuff? You got high with Sarava and tipsy with Chixie. Ah, that rhymes. You should put it in our next rap. But this is different.
Tipsy with Chixie. That means it's after the good ending question mark, not the good ending.
Yeah, this is taking place after good ending 1. After good ending 1 by the order that we did them. This is your brain blowing wide open and the atmosphere pouring in. This is the cosmos kissing your frontal lobe with way too much tongue.
What are you gonna say?
I don't know how it took till now for me to realize there was a honk in this song.
I didn't hear it.
It just honk.
Oh.
I think it's near the point at which it loops.
Kind of like the gunshot in the 2 gunshots in the ding in, I think it was Skylar's theme.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hey. This is my supplicant. Maybe find your own.
Jode is standing next to you again. She removes the clown guy's hand from your thigh and extricates the bottle from your grip. Hey, you aren't done with that. On the other side of the church, someone throws another handful of colourful powder into the fire. More smoke billows up and you feel another wave of dizziness. Maybe it's the interaction with the Faygo and the smoke. Is that how science works?
Technically, yes.
Such bad form, says the troll who'd given you the Faygo. Bring an alien to your last massacre. I would think you had no respect for your messiahs at all. I think, brothers and sisters, that I might agree with that. A voice rings out across the church. At first, you think that it's in your head, the product of whatever weird soup all the competing substances have created. But everybody else hears it too. Chahut goes rigid beside you, a big, vicious mouth stretched in an O of shock. The congregation falls to its knees in a clattering wave. Seriously, you've never heard a crowd of people go quiet so loudly. Chairs are kicked out of the way or knocked over. Kneeling down, Charlotte's head comes up to your chest. She and the clown in the hat each push down one of your shoulders.
Motherfucker, get down.
You hit the deck. You half expect the blood splatters to seep through your dress, but it just crusts flaky and dry underneath your knees. You, sister. That your alien? Where the hell is that voice coming from? It's deep and gravelly and probably male? Oh, hold up. What you'd initially thought was one of Ramel's knockoff paintings hanging behind the altar turns out to be a scream, which has now turned into a grey silhouette with horns. Is everybody here bowing to some dude who literally Skyped into Clown Church?
That's this.
And doesn't even have a user pick?
Your Excellency. I wouldn't describe him as my alien exactly. A little too pathetic to really put much bother to.
There's a murmur of agreement from the surrounding trolls. Dang. Tough crowd. A long snort of breath crackles into static. Who are you to say who or what is pathetic? Shahat winces. You're all feckless wrigglers without a bean in your think pans. All of the low bloods in here look absolutely terrified, which is nothing new, but for once they aren't the only ones. Everyone here is afraid, the purple guys included. You! Come closer, little heretic. Let me get a gander.
Me?
We have a propaganda.
Oh,
What the fuck do you mean, who, sister? The motherfucker I'm jamming my point stump at! You and Shahat share a quick nervous glance. Her throat bobs visibly.
sir. I think you got your webcam turned off.
Oh, dang, hold up. You hear a lot of rustling and sweating. All of you hang in the awkward limbo of an old person struggling with technology.
Oh.
Whoa.
The screen flickers and you can just make out a pair of hulking shoulders.
Sir. You've got the light behind you.
Never mind the light, motherfucker! You, the hornless one in the rumpus robe. Come closer, child. Oh, you. Of course it's you. Being the main character is exhausting. You move closer to the altar, although you aren't actually sure where the camera is. This guy is someone. You would be able to tell that even if everyone in here wasn't bowing to him. His voice has a certain quality to it. That's close enough. I'm not trying to look up your sniff nub. Child, you got any notion as to who I fucking am? None, except that he's really important. It's always a real good time when important people get interested in your insignificant ass. I decide whose ass is insignificant in this house, you comprehend? Sure.
Always about our
Sir.
ass.
Excellency? How long have you been rambling amongst my brethren? At least a couple weeks? No, more than a month. How many are here with you? Just you, an alien invasion force of one, all just wandering the countryside. And still pulling in oxygen. Would have thought someone would have picked up their dentition with you by now. Or picked their dentition with you by now. Same. You got any muscle definition, Wriggler? You show him the gun show. As in, you show him how very empty the weapons locker is. Too weak for the front lines. Too ugly to fill a pail with. He laughs low and lecherous. Although, your strut sticks ain't so bad. Did a giant clown just say that you have nice legs over troll FaceTime? You're looking for help, but she's too busy checking out your gams. Motherfucker, I can see where those eyes are. I can see the direction those pupils are facing.
To steal a very specific line from Ghost Stories.
Nice ass.
Sober, you might have been pretty
Do not
uncomfortable.
lust in your heart. Jesus, you're right.
Fago drunk you is pretty zen about it. You're sure it's only a matter of time before you fuck an alien. If it's got to be a big giant clown, well, so be it. Shooting high, aren't you?
My fucking face right now.
This is
Now you just feel
This is hilarious.
now you just feel silly. You show the guy that you aren't really after that kind of stuff. There's only one thing you really, truly long for in this world. And what's that, child? Power, wealth, the right to keep living. Yikes. You realize that everyone in the goddamn church is looking at you, waiting for your answer. Church looks like she wants to grab your shoulders and shake you. Jeez, no pressure. Friendship, you tell him. In italics. He laughs long and hearty at that one. You weather it stoically. You, bigger and significantly more attractive motherfucker. Church comes to attention. What's your caste name, child?
Maynard, Excellency.
If I understand rightly, you're about to undergo the ordeals? Church nods. She looks a little seasick. You're not sure what the ordeals are, but everything about them sounds bad, including the name. Maybe get your shit shot with this one right here. They seem to have the strategy for surviving against all reasonable odds and decency. You could probably use a friend like them. He jabs another big finger at you. And Wriggler? Yeah? Don't let me see your face again. The call disconnects and the screen goes blank.
What a loser.
When you point yourself toward the front of the church, everyone scrambles to get out of your way. It's like the big clown's attention has conveyed some honorary status on you. Probably nobody will mess with you for, half an hour at least.
The writing's
Not
getting
really.
better, actually. That was really fun. This was quite a good sequence, I'll say that.
You aren't really going anywhere, you just need some fresh air before you pass out. Shahut emerges soon after. She looks nearly as winded as you feel. You ask her if she's mad at you, since that could be potentially dangerous to both your life and your burgeoning friendship.
Mad? Why would I be mad? Because your inexplicably magnetic charm worked on both my best girl and the figurehead of my church?
You flush. The real question is, do you work on her? Church sighs.
What the hell? Old motherfucker told me to listen to whatever it is you can teach.
Right. Right, he did. That basically makes the two of you friends by theocratic decree.
Guess so. So, darling, teach me your ways.
Well, first of all, you gotta fall down a lot.
Aww.
I am so glad that was the good ending, because you know what that means?
That means that preaching is
That means it's time to fuck everything up.
It's time to absolutely shit the bed crazy style.
It's like slam poetry all over again.
It's like slam poetry, they rhyme.
Well, preach, motherfucker. Oh. Oh, shit. Don't want you to talk? About what? All that stuff Chihut and the other troll was saying just sounded like a bunch of bullshit? So that's what you give them. Just bullshit. Reams and reams of fresh, non-GMO cave-age bullshit. Honestly, you aren't totally sure what you say. Maybe some stuff about parting the sea, loaves and fishes, a dome and a rock. You throw a couple of whoops in there for effect, hoping nobody accuses you of cultural appropriation.
Jesus time.
Luckily, the crowd is feeling it. They all honk and echo what you say, even the cultural allusions they can't possibly understand. They take turns swinging Fago from the communal chalice, passing it around. Can't help glancing over at Chihut every so often. Sure, all these weirdos are catching what you're throwing, but she's the one whose opinion you actually care about. She's your current friendship target. She's nodding in approval, occasionally crossing her hands over her chest in what looks like a gang symbol but may just be a religious gesture. You finish with something about foxes and the jaws of the universe, the convergence of fate and the cynical nature of reality. Time is a flat circle. You think you're actually filled with the spirit? Whatever the fuck that means? Could just be that weird smoke.
No, I didn't make a mistake when I put my faith in you, little one.
She pushes several dudes out of the way to lean over you. And you don't feel fear now as so much as intense pride. Damn, but it feels good to have 50 clowns honking at you for pulling something straight out of your ass.
Always about our ass.
Little one is
Of course, it's
kind
always
of
about the ass.
It's always about the ass. It's a weapon of mass destruction, motherfucker.
A weapon of ass destruction.
Ah, yeah. Ah.
Asses of mass destruction.
Ooh, yeah.
That
one
Persona
is-
3 would be very different if it was ass destruction.
Persona moment.
Little one is kind of creepy, and you wish she'd stop saying it, but you guess it's accurate. You are little compared to her, and there is only one of you.
Nah, little 2 would be way more fitting.
Nah, they are
here,
not little,
darling.
is the thing.
Oh no! That's not even what I meant.
I was talking about the ass cheeks, man.
Yep. Yeah, I
What
got
were you
got.
talking about? What were you talking about?
I don't know. I was just making a joke about, there's only one of us. Oh yeah, no, it would be way more fitting if we were called Little 2, the two of us. But no, you're absolutely right.
No.
Deadly 2.
The Deadly Two.
The deadly. What the
Oh, except that they are not. These Earth Cheeks are not comparable to the Deadly Six because these are actually memorable.
They're not your friends. These are the Deadly 2, and they're your worst enemy.
Anyway, June.
I'd said the line.
Oh, sorry, we must have rambled over it. With our
Sorry, we're
fucking
too busy talking
Sonic
about the
reference.
Deadly 2.
Come here, darling.
Oh, that's an upgrade. Darling, that's Friendly?
Get up here.
Up? How? Two younger purple bloods grab you by the legs. Oh. The church sways around you and you find yourself at clown height, face to face with Chahut. Up close you can see the cracks in her makeup and it looks like the light in here, but her yellow eyes look tinted purple.
They look red to me.
She pulls you close, one giant claw tipping your chin up. She's so close. She leans in, your whole body flashes hot. Oh god. This... You brace for those big clown lips, but instead, Chahut clamps her hand over your mouth. You jerk as your air supply is promptly cut off. The clown's holding you up, stagger until you remember that you can breathe through your nose. You see something out of your peripheral vision, and then something sticky and cold sprayed onto your cheek. An acrid stench making you choke. You struggle, but the clowns don't let you go. Chode sprays something on the other side of your face. You feel it sinking, tacky and stinging into the skin of your cheeks. She releases you for a moment and switches the can of spray paint to a...
There we go.
Okay, I think I might have tapped the scroll wheel like a fucking nanometer by accident. And
Yeah.
She releases you for a moment and switches the can of spray paint to her other hand. What the hell? Is that even supposed to be used on skin?
Probably not. Hold still, darling. It'll all be over soon.
Yeah.
She takes another can from a nearby troll and paints a line across your forehead, her own brow furrowing in concentration. You know what she's doing. She's baptizing you, covering you in the paint of her people. You're being initiated. You can hardly believe it. Tears threaten at the corner of your eyes as you realize you are actually becoming part of a group. Someone on this terrible planet is actually letting you into their inner circle. Even if it is a circle of shitty clowns who go around murdering people and drinking the worst soda in the galaxy.
Don't get too overcome now, small thing. I don't rightly even know what you are. Or where something like you came from. But I can feel the spirit flowing through those alien veins of yours. It's fucking godly, my little one.
Amazing! This is so good. Anyone who initiates you into their weird cult definitely wants to get all up on your friendship grill. Chahut paints another line, this time over your nose. The paint is starting to sting. The paint on your forehead especially. Oh, wait, that's not paint. That's... Chahut drops the spray can. She's looking at her fingers. Oh no. You've seen that expression before. On someone bluer and much shorter. Deep crimson drips off her claw. After weeks of rainbow blood, your own blood colour looks strange to you. Now that you think about it, it's been a while since you've seen your own blood. Wild! You must be getting better at survival instincts.
Precious blood. Precious indeed, sister.
The other two purple bloods put you down with subservient honks. All of the other clowns here treat Chahut with reverence, with a reverence bordering on awe. Is it maybe because she's the oldest or the largest? Maybe she's just the most badass. Your feet barely hit the floor before Chahut takes you by the hand. You smile up at her, happy to go anywhere she leads. Friendship feels so good, especially with people who are bigger and stronger and cooler than you are, which is basically everyone on this planet. But Chahut is especially strong and cool. You're so busy You're so busy feel great about your new elite status that at first you don't realise what's happening. Where Church's leading you. It's to a corner of the church that's a little more bare than other spots. As in there isn't as much blood. As in it's the perfect canvas for some fresh blood. Some precious mutant blood. You don't know why Chihut didn't go for you right when you met. Maybe the time wasn't right. Maybe the sight of your red stuff has triggered something in her murder troll hindbrain. Regardless, you get the feeling you're about to be reunited with the colour of your blood. Quite suddenly and thoroughly. Wait! You thought you were getting initiated!
Hell yeah. You're an initiate, my dazzling crimson darling. An initiate of the rarest and most laudable power. A blood initiate. A sacrificial beast. You ain't gonna get a better offer than that.
Well, when she puts it like that. No, you still would rather not die.
Well.
Well.
I'm just a little guy.
I'm just a little guy! Anyway.
It's your parting gift in that it will part you. Part of you here, part of you there, and part of you way over there, staining the wall.
Well, that's an apt description.
Well, she's great. Love her.
Yes, pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
She seems great, guys.
When she just never bleed anywhere near her. Or anywhere you think she might ever
average
go.
advice for anyone visiting Alternia. Come to Alternia, please do not bleed.
Don't, if you're a human visiting Alternia, don't bleed. Just, for God's sake, whatever you never bleed. Ever.
If you or a loved one is visiting Alternia and you bleed, you may be entitled to die.
To death.
Yes. I offer you a trade deal.
If you are someone who has
I
periods and
receive
you go
seeing
to
your blood colour, you receive death.
If you're someone who has periods and you go to Alternia, hide. Hide a lot. Just hide. Somewhere. I would say hide in a cave, but you might find like a fucking jade blood there, or an olive blood. Don't even go with a cave. Don't even go with a cave. Just find somewhere that... Dig a hole in the ground. Minecraft Night 1 strategy. 3 blocks down, put a block above you, never leave.
Die in there.
Die in that hole.
It is a better fate.
It's truly preferable. You might think starving to death in a hole sounds a lot worse than being brutally murdered, but trust me, they'll find a way to make it a preferable option.
That's the best way to live a holistic life.
Yeah. Anyway. So anyway. Arthur, what did you think of this episode? I don't think I heard your comments.
Yeah, there was like a funny scene, that bit in the church. It was like actually quite well written and amusing. The meta commentary's been a bit cleverer.
Yeah.
It's always interesting to learn a bit more about Alternia.
Yeah.
It seems like every volume, like the writing quality's been getting better.
Yeah, they're developing, you know?
Honestly, I'm just surprised it took them this fucking long for us to get a fucking purple.
Still no rage bound. I'm not butthurt. I'm not butthurt at all. I'm not in any way peeved or annoyed by this fact. Also, for the heart and life bound out there, none of you guys either.
Yeah.
I have been keeping count. And will continue to.
Yeah.
One day
Right.
we'll get our day in the sun. One day we'll get it.
I suppose you'll get your chance another day.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, there's
alright,
only
Alex,
one
let's get you
time
to
bound
that.
and one light bound, so not much help for you guys either. And then there's Arthur over
least
here
there
with
is.
5.
It's like, wow, Arthur, why do you get 5 hot dogs?
Let them be life bound, he says.
Gee, Arthur,
Just like Marie Antoinette.
how come your mom lets you have 5 hope-bound representatives?
All prospect.
I don't know. Maybe it's like the nonchalance.
The nonchalance.
Anyway.
Yes, well, we're going on to volume 10 next time, so, you know. Past the halfway mark, I think.
Yeah.
Because there's
Oh.
18, so yeah, we're just past the halfway mark.
We're
we're
just
halfway there.
past halfway there. Wow. Some
Where they want to be specific.
There we go. Well then. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you very much like this video and want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button. We upload episodes of Reading Homestuck every Monday or Tuesday, depending on your time zone, and we upload other things on Thursdays or Fridays, again, depending on your time zone. Except 2 weeks ago when we did the April Fool's video.
Just felt at the right time, you know.
I mean, it was April Fool's, so yeah. Very much was. But yes.
Wait,
So-
I
so
just
Friday-
realised what day it is.
Huh?
Yeah.
If you flip it,
Because, you know.
Oh shit! Yeah,
British.
we're recording this shit
it's
on 413.
Yeah, funny that.
That's shit. I didn't even realize. I was just like, huh? What's this? Shit? Oh shit!
looked at
It's
the date and
413. It's the fucking Homestuck day.
I know. Like,
Well, it won't be when this gets uploaded, but happy Homestuck Day, everybody.
Happy belated
Homestuck
Homestuck Day. These voices are being recorded on Homestuck Day, so we can in fact wish you a happy Homestuck Day because, yeah. Anyway, Thursdays or Fridays we do a bunch of stuff such as Dig and Rimper. It is a sort of improv comedy board game esque, RPG esque sort of hybrid thing where these 3 play as one absolute crazy person who sometimes just goes on enemy killing sprees, sometimes recruits them, and it's fully up to the will of the fates. Who knows? Who knows what they're gonna do? But it's also sort of Danganronpa parody. Dig and Rimper, another one. It's a good time. We also do Dicey Deeds. It is our tabletop role-playing series. And a few days after this video goes up, a new episode of Dicey Deeds Lancer will be going up. And a few weeks after that, we'll be getting another one. Because I've scheduled them pretty close together. So, you want to see us play as a bunch of, convicts, oddballs, and general chucked out of society types, piloting mechs as the Canaries, Suicide Squad-esque thing. Check that out. It is a fun time. If I had to pick an episode, that isn't episode 1 to start off with, I'd recommend the one that's going up this week. Honestly, it's a good bit of downtime, character building, fun time. But yes, and we also do Writing Homestuck on Thursdays or Fridays. It is our Trollsona series. We have a bunch of different characters. We're just gonna put them in situations. We're putting them through a plotline. It's a fun time. We've got a lot of stuff cooking for that one. The kitchen is in full swing, so you can look forward to the various adventures of who knows who these... Well, we've actually already created the new guys. So, The Adventures of the Post-Scratch Trollson is up next for that. You can also follow me on Tumblr and Blue Sky, where I post the images that I create for writing Homestuck. It's mostly different characters, and honestly, for a good long while now, it's mostly been alternate outfits for the pre-scratch crew. But the next set is obviously going to be going up when we upload the next Writing Homestuck, so you can see, download those images, do whatever the hell you want with them. Speaking of doing whatever the hell you want, you can send me asks, you can send me DMs, you can send me whatsoever you choose. YouTube does sometimes... I'm glad we got the bit of Arthur just chowing down for the video. Glad we met quota. Or at least I think that was Arthur chowing down.
I think that was a chair squeak.
That was a chair squeak, my guy.
Oh, it sounded to me like a crunch, weirdly. I don't know.
No, I'm hungry, but I'm waiting till after the video ends because it's lunchtime.
Fair. Well, as I say, yeah, YouTube does sometimes eat comments.
Yeah, appropriately enough.
Appropriately enough for when that little aside happened. YouTube does sometimes eat comments. Very frustrating for all involved when that happens. So if you really wanted to send me something and YouTube decides you can't, Tumblr and Blue Sky, those are the places to go for that. You can also follow June on Tumblr, Blue Sky, and on Instagram, June.
Yeah, you can follow me those places. When the creativity comes back to me, like something, I will
like an
upload
insert metaphor
my
here.
creation. Like an insert metaphor here, because I'm not good at metaphors. We've established this like many years back.
And also the creativity is gone currently, so the metaphors would be worse.
Yeah. But you can follow me. Sometimes I reblog things when I can be bothered.
Yeah. And you can
just to
also...
prove that I'm still alive.
Yes. And you can also follow Arthur on Twitch. Arthur?
Yeah, so I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/PENNEDRAIG, that's Pendenay. I've been streaming Amori recently. I haven't really been doing anything during April because unfortunately I've been incredibly busy, what with family birthdays and things like that. And my own birthday.
Yes.
So it's been very difficult, but moving forward I'm going to go back into it. Like, I've not given up, don't worry. And yeah, just streaming Amori. I'm having fun with it. I'm maybe like half, probably not, more like a third into the game, but it's good. I'm enjoying it.
Hell yeah.
I'm having a lot of fun with it. And
Yes.
yeah, I just kind of, it's just a bit of a chill time, just playing video games, chatting. And if you want to come down, please feel free.
Hell yes.
7 GMT till whenever I get tired or bored, which is usually like between 9 and 10. Yeah.
Alright. And Mason, do you have anything you wish to say at the end of this here episode of Reading Homestuck Hiveswap Friendsim?
Only to say thank you all so much for watching. We love making these. We hope you enjoy watching them. We love making everything. We love making everything we do. Emphasis was a bit strange on that one. We love making everything we do, and we love making everything we do.
We love making everything we do.
We love making everything we do, and for completeness' sake, we love making everything we do. Don't we? Yes, we do.
Yeah.
So on that note, I hope
now that we've fucked around with emphasis for a hot minute.
keep an eye out for things that are upcoming. The Lancer stuff was really fun that we did. That's coming out soon, so look out for that. And the Digging Rimper stuff that we've done, which has already come out, was also very fun. So if you haven't seen that, go and watch it.
Indeed.
And the Writing Homestuck stuff that we haven't done yet, I'm really
It's
looking
gonna
forward
be
to.
Really good.
So look out for that. I'm a little bit brain melt at the moment.
That's fair.
But, you know, they'd be like that. So, yeah, have a grand old
We're at the
time.
end of the video here then, isn't it?
Yep.
And we will see you in the next video. Later.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.